Hello, my name is Dr. Elena. I'm the owner and founder of Sáfo Hair. We are a plant-based hair care line that is rooted in science, powered by culture, and made for every strand. So we wanted to just jump right on into how we balance hormones and boost our hair health by lowering androgens and nourishing the scalp during menopause. Now, menopause is something we don't talk about very often, so we wanted to really break it down, break down the process, how it really affects your scalp and your hair. So, as I mentioned, today we're talking about one of the lesser discussed major players in menopausal hair changes, and that's androgens. Specifically how they impact our hair follicles and what we can do to bring scalp and hair balance back. And if you've noticed, more shedding, thinning strands, or dryness over the past few years is not just aging, it's hormonal. And you may not feel like you're aging, but your hormones are fluctuating in a way that is causing all of these changes in your body. And the good news is we can take action naturally and effectively. So let's start with the androgen-estrogen shift. And as we've mentioned in prior episodes, as those estrogen levels fall during menopause, androgen, a group of male hormones, including testosterone and DHT, and these hormones aren't inherently bad. In fact, women have and need them too. We've always had them. But during menopause, their increased activity can have a direct effect on our hair follicles. And androgen really can shrink our hair follicles. It can shorten the growth phase of the hair cycle and lead to thinner, weaker hair, especially at the crown and along certain parts of the hair, and in women typically along the sides on the temporal regions. And you may also notice slower regrowth and even increased facial hair due to this hormone imbalance. So how can you manage this? One solution is actually quite simple and science-based, and that's ketoconazole shampoos. You can also use products that will block the receptors that bind these androgen hormones and cause your hair loss, the shedding. So these shampoos and products such as our scalp sprays from Safo will lower your androgen by addressing issues of those hormones binding to the receptors. Ketoconazole in particular is an antifungal ingredient, but research has shown that when used as a shampoo 2 to 3 times a week, it can actually help lower your androgen activity in the scalp. And this means it can reduce DHT levels, calm the inflammation, and create a healthier environment for hair follicles to function. So using products like this consistently may help reduce shedding, promote growth, and especially when paired with complete hair care and scalp routines with our Safo scalp products, you'll start to see a significant difference. So let's talk about this routine and what it should look like. From products you use to how you care for your scalp and body overall is essential. So you want to build hormone-smart hair routines. You want to start by using a shampoo that is gentle and moisturizing, and we've talked about this before. And on days you're not using products like ketoconazole, you may want to make sure that you're using something that's super hydrating, it's not harsh, and it won't strip the hair of its already limited oils. And at this point you're starting to see this reduction in oils if you're in menopause. Also, ingredients including aloe vera, glycerin, oat, we use a lot of honey in our products, are really soothing and calming to dry and sensitive scalp. And these ingredients cleanse without disrupting the fragile scalp barrier and keep your hair softer and more resilient. And then your scalp serums. These are really supposed to make sure they're hydrating and repairing your scalp. Your scalp is skin, and I cannot reiterate that enough. And like your face, the skin on your face, it needs targeted hydration and protection. You need to make sure you're choosing something that's lightweight, and does not clog your follicles. And you also want to think about ingredients that will also protect the scalp from UV exposure. You want to think of ingredients that reduce inflammation, they improve the elasticity of the scalp, and it helps to support collagen production. That collagen is critical for increasing the elasticity. So these ingredients really create the foundation of a thriving follicle environment, so your hair has the best chance to grow strong and full. You also want to decrease your washing frequency, and we've mentioned this before, because overwashing can really reduce the already low oil volumes that you have in your hair. So again, washing 1 to 2 times a week. You want to think about your ketoconazole, your moisturizing shampoo, your less harsh, damaging shampoos, and in between washes, you may want to think about misters or things that really soothe an irritated scalp. And you want to make sure that you're maintaining that balance. You want to nourish from within. Your hair health starts from the inside, so your follicles are like living tissues. So as long as you're eating properly, your follicles will stay healthy. And you want to make sure that you're also thinking about your scalp massages, because this can really revitalize the function of your follicles. It can also improve blood flow to your follicles, really creating a really healthy environment. So let's recap. So as estrogen declines, androgens step in, and they're not as friendly to follicles, but there are steps you can take to start today to really restore balance and rebalance the scalp. You can use the ketoconazole shampoos, you can use the Safo clarifying shampoo, at least 2 to 3 times a week that really target excess androgens. You can think about using our scalp stimulant or our scalp spray to really help block some of those hormonal changes to those receptors on the scalp where androgen binds, and choose moisturizing, barrier supportive products that treat the scalp like skin and with care, hydration, and protection. You want to feed the follicles from within. So really think about the diet that you're taking in and the foods and how that will impact your hair and your scalp, and create a space for daily scalp stimulation to keep everything flowing. Hair care is midlife is more than beauty, it's wellness. It's listening to what your body needs, adapting to compassion, and making empowered and informed choices. So you deserve to love your hair again, full, strong, and thriving, no matter your age. Thank you again for joining, and we hope to see you at the next episode. Have a good day.